Imagine coming home from a long day of work, not to chores and errands, but to a relaxing oasis. This is possible in San Antonio and its surrounding areas. In this video, I'm going to show you around some of the top most sought after resort style living communities. We are going to show you all of these amazing amenities and show you on a map exactly where these neighborhoods are located and the home prices and everything that you get involved in these communities. We're going to be showcasing the amazing resort style pools and clubhouses and gyms. They also have pickleball courts and tennis courts. Some even have fishing piers. We're going to cover all of it right here, right now. Let's get up. If this is your first time to our channel and you would like to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe or tap the bell for notifications to ensure that you're one of the first to be notified when we bring you new market updates. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Stephen Garza and I get phone calls, emails, and texts from people just like you every single day who are looking to make a move into the area. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away from making that decision, we would love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below, and Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Now let's dive into the amazing resort style communities right here in San Antonio and its surrounding area. You guys have asked and we're answering. We get comments and calls and texts from you guys all the time asking about this resort style living. What are the best communities? What are the price points? What advantages do they have? We're going to be going over the top communities. There are a lot of great communities with HOA amenities, but these are going to be the top tier ones that are available to you. So let's dive in. All right, so our first stop is going to be the sought after Valley Ranch. So this community is on the northwest side of town. So let's dive into the map so you can see exactly where this neighborhood is. On the map of San Antonio, we are going to head out to the northwest side of town. And as I zoom in, this is going to help you see in San Antonio, really this whole from 90, this is I-90. So from I-90 headed towards I-10, this is all going to be the Great Northwest. So as we zoom in, Valley Ranch is located off of Culebra. This is 1604. And this is Culebra right here. So you have 1604, Culebra. You can also get to it from Shanefield if you want to go the back way, but really the easiest way is to go Culebra. I just want to be able to zoom in so you guys can see exactly where it is. So you have 1604 here, you have Culebra here. You are going to go west on Culebra. Past Galm Road to the next exit, which is right here. Not next exit, next road, I should say. This is Valley Ranch. So, and it is a very large community. And a lot of the communities kind of, you can go through Valley Ranch to get to Callison Ranch over here. But this is Valley Ranch right here. So this neighborhood is already built out. There are no new home opportunities in this community, but the amenity center here is phenomenal, which we're going to dive in just a second. But I do want to give you some details of where this neighborhood is located, what the home prices are. This is a D.R. Horton built community, meaning D.R. Horton is the only builder in this community. So all the homes and floor plans, there's about 8 to 10 floor plans and the whole community. So you can get 2-bedroom, 2-bath homes with a 1-car garage, all the way to the massive 6-bedroom homes. Most of them are 5 bedrooms with an office or 6-bedroom homes. So you can go, from 900 square feet all the way to over 3,000 square feet. These are some big, big homes in here if you get on that range. So before I jump into price points, I want to show you where this is located and what makes this community So sought after. So you are again on the northwest side of town. So you're close to 1604. Culebra, Alamo Ranch is located right here. So as you can see, Alamo Parkway here. So you can get into Alamo Ranch, which means there is an HEB right there in Alamo Ranch, easy access. You also have literally every kind of restaurant, fast food, chain restaurants, all of these things are all located in this area over here. And then even just along Culebra in general, you can also take Tally Road down and come this way, and you have easy access back roads to 211, back roads to Wiseman to cut over if Culebra is busy. Basically, you have a lot of ins and outs of the area. You can also go Galm over to Shanefield. To go this way, you have a neighborhood Walmart here, but you have HEB, grocery stores over here, Home Depot, all of your fast food restaurants. So really everything is within 10 to 15 minutes from you. The one caveat I will say, because all of you locals are going to hit me on this, and that's traffic. There are a lot of neighborhoods in this entire area. So Culebra is stoplights. You are going to get caught in traffic coming to and from 1604 on Culebra. If you're looking to, as I clear this up, looking to go towards Lackland Air Force Base or anything down off 90, I can zoom out here and show you how easy access, which is why this is such a heavy military community as well. Prices is a big deal, but also commute. So, you know, your neighborhood is located right here. You're just a few minutes from 211. 211 will take you straight down to 90. And then you've got Lackland Air Force Base right here. You have San Antonio, Port of San Antonio right here. So you're located, very easy access. I mean, 211 is growing. There's lots of neighborhoods over here and here that all use 211. So you will have congestion at your typical 7 to 8:30 a.m., 4 to 5:30 p.m. traffic. But again, it's moving, it's just slow moving. So I want to put that in there because you guys always hit me on traffic. It's relative depending on where you're coming from. I would just typically, if you're going towards 1604 from Valley Ranch, you just need to give yourself an extra 15 minutes. That's all. So give yourself 10 to 15 to get to 1604. And then from there, it's, you know, easy going wherever you're going. So grocery store, Starbucks, Target, Home Depot, all of those things are within 10 to 15 minutes. This is a very easy access things. You're also, if we can get some more rain, you're only 15, 20 minutes to Medina Lake. If we can get that filled back up, it's a great place to beat the heat. But you don't really need to go anywhere to beat the heat because of the amenity center. So this amenity center, which we are going to show you in just a second, is so awesome. Such a great pool, splash pad, and everything for the kids. Let's dive into real estate because I am a real estate agent. Let's just remember that. That's the point of these videos. As you can see, you have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home. This is a newer home from 2021. You've got a 1-car garage, 2-bed, 2-bath. This is very small home, 940 square feet. It is, you know, a great starter home or a great downsize home, whatever you're looking for. This one you can get into for as low as $225. And let me tell you, in today's market of 2025, we could probably get you down closer to $220, $215, play with those numbers. But these are some great homes, some great downsides. Now on the spectrum, we're $225. As you can see, most of the homes are going to be around that $300 to $400. That's really the sweet spot for San Antonio as a whole, but let alone this neighborhood, that sweet spot is $300 to $400. Once you get up to these 6-bedroom homes, you are looking closer to $520,000, but these guys have 3-car garages. They're big homes here with 6 bedrooms plus an office. This one's got a media room. Look at that game room. It's massive. This is obviously pre-owned. It's been lived in a little hard, so 520 is probably asking a little high for that. I have sold this floor plan in this neighborhood in the last year for 500, so you're probably closer to the 500 point on that. But again, here's a little nicer one, 6 bedroom, 3 bath. This one's been taken care of. You can just tell they've updated the flooring and taken the carpet out. They loved this one a little bit more. Carpet's not as beat up. This one is definitely priced to sell at 514 with that media room. They've turned the garage into a gym, but all of those things, the point of this is just to show you this neighborhood is very large. There are a lot of homes for sale in this neighborhood. So it is a great time to buy because sellers need to sell and they're willing to negotiate. As you can see, lots of pre-owned homes. There are no new builds in this neighborhood. I just want to hit on that. All right, so let's take a look. Let's show you all of these amenities. They're phenomenal. So you've got a gorgeous fishing pond and pier that you can fish from. You have a beautiful pool with a splash pad. You have a clubhouse that you can rent out for parties. You have tennis courts, basketball courts. You can see some of these guys are already playing basketball while we were taking this drone footage for you. It's just a very family-friendly community. There is also a gym on site as well. So you have everything in this amenity center all together for $202 a quarter. So you're looking at roughly around $800 a year for all of this. I can tell you right now, if you have 3 kids, let's say 2 kids, and you want to take them to SeaWorld or Fiesta, Texas and buy those season passes, you're already over $800 for your four family for season passes for the year, okay? So having an amenity center at $800 a year with all of these phenomenal amenities, such a win, along with these sales prices in this neighborhood are great. It is just a great family-friendly neighborhood. That's what we got to you for Valley Ranch. Let's head on to the next neighborhood. All right, next up, Riverstone at West Point. Let's dive in. So you had Valley Ranch over here. This property is right over here. Riverstone at West Point, you would be right off 1604. You would actually, the easiest way, to be honest with you, would take Wiseman right here to Tally Road and up Tally Road. If you were on Culebra, you could take Culebra down Tally Road to the community as well. Either way works. You could also go, Alamo Ranch, Cottonwood, down to Wiseman. Anyway, there's lots of ways in and out, but your easiest is going to be Wiseman Road. So let's dive in a little closer, zoom in. So this neighborhood is very similar to Valley Ranch in 2 areas. Location, very close in location. A lot of the same amenities in terms of where your grocery store is and everything are all very much the same. Everything is within 10 to 15 minutes from you. Secondly, it is also a D.R. Horton community. D.R. Horton has got, honestly, their complete understanding of what a resort style living is, and they make these neighborhoods phenomenal. They also have really good priced homes. This community, however, has a lot of new construction. So you can choose a lot and build, or you could choose an inventory home. Either way, you have a lot of opportunities at West Point or Riverstone at West Point to have those types of things, where at Valley Ranch, it's pre-owned only. So this neighborhood is located right here. This is all of it. It is a very big neighborhood. They are building the second amenity center at this time. Right now there's only one, but either way, it's still resort style. You're just gonna have 2 amenity centers. You are located, as we zoom in, you can see off Tally Road. Wiseman is here to 1604. You have easy access if you go, to Wiseman and go up Cottonwood into Alamo Parkway. You've got your HEB right here. You've got obviously a movie theater because it's showing on Google here, but you have really everything you need all right here at Culebra and 1604. You could also go down to Petrenko if you wanted to go that way, Tally Road to Petrenko, or 1604 to Petrenko. There's an HEB, a super HEB Plus is what we call them. That's super large that way. So really you're 10 to 15 minutes from everything you need. If you're in Alamo Ranch, you also have a lot of like pediatrician offices, dentist offices, doctor offices, gyms, which you don't need a gym because we're talking about resort style living, we'll have gyms included, but you just have all of the everyday things along with all the food. Schools are Northside ISD, so you also want to look into those schools, but they're all great schools in this area. So let's talk about home prices. You have new builds in this area. 3-bedroom, 2-bath are the smallest. They are not building 2-bedroom homes in this neighborhood as of yet. They might, I don't know, but they don't have those right now. Your smallest home is going to be 1,100 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 2-car garage, and they are selling at $250, $247, $250. Of course, these are new builds, so you get a lot more negotiation room and incentives. They're offering great incentives with great rates right now. So definitely reach out to Steve and I. Information is listed below. If you would like the most up-to-date incentives that D.R. Horton is offering, we would love to get that for you and help you out. This is your standard floor plan for 1,100 square feet. They do have a lot of great smart things going on in these homes where you can have an app and turn on your lights and those types of things. With these new build homes, also comes with warranties. That's the plus of buying a new construction home, is you get all of these warranties. So you can get in this community for as little as $245, let's just call it that, all the way up to 5 bedrooms. So they really stopped building 6-bedroom homes when the price of lumber skyrocketed during COVID. So they are still building 2,800 square foot homes with 5-bedroom. They're just not building those 6-bedroom with an office, 3,500, 4,000 square feet homes anymore. But for $470, you can get a brand new home with 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage, built in 2025, right? 2,800 square feet. These are some really beautiful homes. Again, new construction. So you are getting, the granite countertops. They typically don't come with blinds. You can negotiate that, but these homes are large and in charge. So great space, great game rooms. If you've got quite a few kids, this is a great floor plan and a great price for this size of home for new construction. Now, let's talk about amenity centers. Take a look at this gorgeous community. You've got a beautiful pool and splash pad, some great playgrounds, one that is covered, so you can't really see how great it is, but it is covered. And here in Texas, when it's 110 degrees, having that cover over the playground is awesome. The kids aren't burning their legs while they're going down the slides. So you have both. You have one covered and one not. You've got, all of the courts, right? Sports courts, basketball, tennis. And then you also have some trails throughout this community for running and walking and that type of thing. So for HOA for this community, you're looking at $780 a year. Very similar to Valley Ranch at $800. $780 is just a little less expensive, still great amenities. This community does not have a fishing pier. That's what sets it apart. That's the only thing it doesn't have as far as amenity centers. But $780 a year for 2 different amenity centers. This is a great deal. Again, cheaper than getting a membership for 4 for SeaWorld and Fiesta Texas. You get a great slide on this pool. Lots of great amenities. That's what we got for you for Riverstone. You can get in anywhere from $250 to $470, $450. So lots of great homes available. If you're looking to build, give us a call. That's what we got for you for Riverstone at West Point. Let's move on to our next community. All right, number 3, we have Whisper Falls. Let's dive in right now. We are going to zoom in down here off 90. We are going to the beautiful Whisper Falls, which is located right here. So this neighborhood, it is off of 90. The access is off of 90 right before the 211 freeway access going north. Since 211 doesn't go south yet, I think it's coming, but right now it just goes north towards all of those other communities we've already covered for you today. So right here off 90, you have easy access. I will say getting in and out, not getting in, more like getting out of this neighborhood. You just not need to know how to put your foot on the gas pedal because you are getting onto a freeway, and we are Texas, so we drive fast on freeways. So it is right here off of 90. You are 10 minutes to 1604. I wouldn't even say, honestly, 5 minutes. We could even do a Google Maps how fast it would get you to 1604, but you're about 5 minutes away from 1604. On a day where the traffic is moving very well. If you're looking to get out of the neighborhood at 8:30, you might have some stop and go traffic here just because it is a freeway that goes into downtown San Antonio. Let me give you an idea of just a better example of where this is located in conjunction to everything in San Antonio. Okay, so here is your neighborhood right here, Whisper Falls. You've got 90 to 1604. If you go a little bit further down 90, you're going to hit 410, Loop 410. So as you guys probably know, if you watch any of our videos, we've got an inner loop of 410 and an outer loop of 1604. So as you can see, you have Lackland Air Force Base right here, and then you have the Port of San Antonio a little further down over here. So this is Lackland as well, and then Port of San Antonio is further over here. But as I'm saying, this is why this community and the communities surrounding it are doing so well. We are so close to a very large employer here in San Antonio, the Air Force. So you're super close to everything here. Again, you've got all of your everyday things that you need, like grocery stores, Home Depot, shopping. For this neighborhood, since you are here, my suggestion personally would be going to 90 to 1604, because right here at Petranco, you have your big HEB Plus, you have Costco, you have Home Depot, and honestly, there's a lot of shopping and stuff that is now popping up on this 1604 part of 1604 on the way to 90, because it is building out a lot over here. So you've even got a Ross Dress for Less, a movie theater. There's like Five Below. I mean, there's just a bunch of little like shopping all along here. Plus you have your Home Depot, your big HEB. Now you could also go, if you wanted to go to 211 and go up to 211 and Petranco here, you have a big HEB here. You have Chick-fil-A. Always have to mention the Chick-fil-A because it's amazing. But you have an HEB and stuff over here too. So really 10 to 15 minutes, depending which route you want to go. I would probably say 211's the easiest, less traffic way to go, but it doesn't matter either one. You choose whichever one works best for you. Either way, they're both very big HEBs and great. You are only 15 minutes away from a Costco. Steve could not live here. We would go bankrupt at Costco because he loves Costco. But you have a Costco right there and a Home Depot. So really your everyday things. Your Starbucks is also right here at the corner of Petranco in 1604. So your easy coffee access. I like to mention those because it's important. The one thing that I do want to mention about this neighborhood is you are technically in Bexar County, but the schools are Medina Valley schools. So your schools are going to be up here on 211 in the same area as Redbird Ranch, which we're not covering in this video, but that is another community as well that all seem to go to, they're all routed to the same schools if you're on the Medina Valley side. So really great location, easy access. I mean, you're really 20-30 minutes to downtown San Antonio. Being on this freeway makes it easy to get to and from places fairly quickly. But it's a great community. Let's talk about real estate. You again have D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton is building all of these great communities, and they are on the outskirts, outer line areas of San Antonio because they need so much land for it. So they are completely built out of Whisper Falls as of 2025. They were still building in 2023, so you can still get some newer built homes in the area. But all of the homes that are currently on the market, which there are 25 in this neighborhood as of today in May of 2025, they are pre-owned. So you can get in for as low as 240. You could probably negotiate that 244 to 240 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet. This one was built in 2023, so it is only 2 years old, has a 1-car garage, and it's your typical 1,300 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And you do get your warranties that transfer. This one's got a little larger yard than most of them, doesn't have a covered patio. Again, if you are a VA member and you are looking to move to the San Antonio area and you have VA eligibility for home loans, guys, pre-owned is where you're at looking for these assumable rates. This one is 4.99. That's comparable to what the builders are giving right now. So you have a lot of opportunities there. I'm just going to throw that out. I don't know if any of you watching are military, but that's really where the pendulum's swinging with interest rates at 7% in 2025. You can find those assumable rates on a pre-owned and get in. Some of them are offering 3% interest rates, which you can't get from a new build right now. So some of these pre-owns are almost a better deal than a new build. So just throwing that out there. This neighborhood does build out all the way to those 5-bedroom homes. We are not seeing the 3,000 square foot homes in this neighborhood. At least there are none on the market as of right now. This one is a 5-bedroom, 2.5 with 2,500 square feet, listed at $379. Again, this home was built in 2023, so you're still getting those warranties. You are Medina Valley schools, and this one has a 2-car garage. Very typical DR Horton built here, very pretty. This one doesn't have any carpet on those main living areas, but your bedrooms do have carpet. But you've got this floor plan has a great big, actually this one doesn't have, oh, there it is. I was like, I know it has a game room. So it has a great big game room there, along with your primary downstairs, and then all of those additional bedrooms, all 4 of those additional bedrooms upstairs with 1 full bath to share, and then a half bath downstairs. So really great floor plans. If you're looking, this is a good deal. $379 for a 5-bedroom home is a great deal. As far as amenities, because that's what you're here for, this one is priced at $860 a year for the amenities. Now let's dive into these amenities. You have a phenomenal pool. Look at this resort style pool. You would absolutely love to lounge here after a long day of work. The kids are driving you crazy during the summer while they're out of school. No big deal. Just walk on down to your HOA pool, let them splash around in the splash pad. You've got playgrounds. You've got jogging trails. You've got sports courts, meaning you've got tennis courts and you've got basketball courts. You also have a duck pond. So while some agents are saying this is a fishing pier, I would not call it a fishing pier. It's just a pond. They have ducks there. You can go feed the ducks. I don't know if you can see, we didn't zoom in very good on this, but there is somebody there actually feeding the ducks while we were filming. So just a great community overall. It's very heavy military because it's so close to Lackland Air Force Base. But overall, great prices, DR Horton built homes. They are pre-owned. If you're interested in more information on this neighborhood or to learn more about assumable loans, this is all the rage right now while interest rates are higher than our average. Give us a call. All of our information is listed below. Steve and I are more than happy to jump on a call and explain what that assumable rate does for you and how that impacts your monthly payment and how it can save you money in the long run over a 30-year note. So all of that, we're here for it. Let's go and check out our next gorgeous neighborhood. All right, so we are on to neighborhood number 4, which is one of my favorites in Cibolo Canyons. Let's dive in right now. We have been showing you all of the great communities on the northwest to southwest. Now we're going to jump to North San Antonio, to my neck of the woods. We are going to go to Cibolo Canyons. So as I zoom in, I just want to show you, you've got San Antonio here as a whole. I do want to point out your airport is right here. and Cibolo Canyons is right here. So we are going to zoom in. It is a straight shot down 281. You see this JW Marriott. This is Cibolo Canyons covers is all around the JW. So just for reference point, as you can see, straight shot down 281 to the airport. A lot of people love this community because of how close it is to the airport. Easy commute. On the west side, you are looking at every bit of a 45-minute drive into the airport. Of course, depending on traffic that time. From the Cibolo Canyons, you are less than 20 minutes straight into the airport. It's a great location. Okay, so zooming in further, let's give you a better idea. TPC Parkway is right here. This is your main entrance into Cibolo Canyons. Really, all of this is Cibolo Canyons. Now, something that I want to hit on for this community is the home prices are going to be higher. This is definitely an elevated neighborhood in that every single community in here, there are a lot of little neighborhoods with that make up Cibolo Canyons, and every single one of them are gated. So as I explain this, each gated community might have a little different price on things. So I'm going to talk in generalities here. I'll give you a little more detail on some other ones, but I am going to hit on generalities because Cibolo Canyons has a lot of gated communities. So I just don't want you guys to get mad and say I lied, because each little community might have some little nuances that I'm not hitting on. So we're going to talk in generalities. Now, the other thing that I want to hit on is the JW Marriott is here with TPC golf course here. So the Valero Open is held right here at this golf course. This is a very popular, well-known golf course in San Antonio and really in Texas because it is featured on the Valero Open. You also have Canyon Springs Golf Club directly across on 281 for those in Stone Oak, and you can become members of either one of those country clubs or golf communities. The one thing I do want to point out is the golf is not included in these HOAs. That is not a part of the amenities. It is an additional cost outside of it. I know some agents lump this in on some of their HOA amenities. The golf course is not included in your HOA amenities. That is a separate thing that you would have to go to TPC to get those pricings. But I just want to throw it out because if you do like golf, this is a great community and you might really like it. So let's zoom in here and kind of go over a few more items that I want to talk about where this is located. The school district lines are very weird throughout Cibolo Canyon. So you have some that are on Northeast ISD, others go to Judson ISD. A lot of this community, typically you see older families in here. So you know there are even some gated communities in Cibolo Canyons that are not necessarily 55 plus, but really appeal to that age. They're more like garden homes and things like that, which we will touch on. But for the most part, the school district is either Northeast ISD and you have Johnson High School that is literally right down the road from it. Or it is Judson ISD, and if that's the case, then the schools are located right here off of Evans Road, going east. So do your research, do your homework. Northeast ISD is definitely a higher sought after ISD than Judson, but the schools that are routed to this area, Judson ISD, are actually really good. They're very new, so state-of-the-art equipment and those types of things. But do your research. I'm just giving you an overview. This neighborhood is a really, really great one. Again, you're not going to find a lot of new builds. There's really only a few in there that are still building, but you do have a mix of both pre-owned and new. As far as location, you can't get a better location in my opinion. You are just located to so many things in this neighborhood. So this is your neighborhood. Again, let me circle it so you can see it. You have right here at Bulverde and Evans Road, you have a Sprouts, you have Whole Foods, You have, which are just some nice grocery stores. You also have a lot of fast food restaurants and some little mom and pop restaurants located right here in this shopping center. Of course, this is a high school right here. You also have easy access if you're going TPC. You can come straight here to 281 and go across. Right here, TPC turns into Stone Oak Parkway when you're going this way, but you have a big HEB here, lots of shopping centers. There's like just a ton of stuff. I don't know how else to say that. You have everything that you need on your daily basis, all within 5 to 10 minutes. You also, because I am a coffee drinker, if you need to know where your coffee is, you have a Starbucks right here at the corner of TPC and Bulverde. So really, I mean, 5 minutes. It's going to take you the most time to get out of the neighborhood than to get to the Starbucks. So all very close. And then of course you do have the TPC golf course over here. So really easy access. If you come down here, down Bulverde towards this way, you have a lot. You have like a gym, which you don't need a gym because your HOA has a gym, but you do have like Gold's Gym. You have all the fast food restaurants. You have mostly fast food off Bulverde. If you're going on 281, this whole area right here, you have a lot of nicer restaurants because you're getting into that Stone Oak area. What's so great is how easy access 281 is. It's straight shot into downtown, so you're 20 minutes. Let's say 30 to be safe, 30 minutes to downtown San Antonio, 15 to 20 minutes to the airport. You're just easy access to a lot of things. You've got a lot of hospitals. We got a lot of doctors that live in Cibolo Canyons because you do have a lot of hospitals right here in the Stone Oak area. In fact, I was just showing one of the beautiful doctors that called me from watching our YouTube channel. We were looking at Cibolo Canyons because they are opening our practice or taking over a practice from Stone Oak. So really easy access to the Stone Oak area. Lots of hospitals, children's hospitals and doctor facilities. Like they have a lot of oncology facilities up and down the Stone Oak Parkway and off of 281. So that is what we have for you as far as what things are close to the neighborhood. Let's dive into real estate. This one's a little different, guys. It's not your typical D.R. Horton. You have a lot of different builders in here. You have Highland Homes, you have Perry, you have Imagine Homes, which aren't really building anymore, but they build a phenomenal home. They're very beautiful. You have the wonderful Sitterly Homes. And then you also have a lot of like Beazer is in there now. So like your lower priced homes, which in this community, lower priced homes is going to be 400. So as you can see here, your lowest price home is 425. This was actually a Meritage home that was built back in 2006. So again, homes can be older. You're going to range from early 2000s all the way to 2025 builds in Cibolo Canyons. They are still building in here. They have very few opportunities to build in here, but you do have some. So 425 is going to be your least expensive home for sale. This is a pre-owned home. Like I said, Meritage build. It's typical for you to see wood floors in these homes because of the price point. This one is a little more dated. It is very busy. They have a lot of things going on in this home. But as you can see, 2,600 square feet plus, you know, and that's what you're starting at. Now you can get all the way to $2 million. This is 2.2 in Cibolo Canyons. It is in Palacios. So as I said, you have a lot of little different gated communities that make up Cibolo Canyons. Palacios has some of the larger lots, larger homes. This is sitting on over half an acre, 0.65 lot size here. And then it's just this is a big mamma jamma, right? Over 5,000 square feet. If you can see in the background, this is all green. It's actually really close to the JW there, but soaring ceilings. Look how high that's got to be, 22 feet high with those beams in there. Really just beautiful, sleek this is what you would expect, 2 million in San Antonio and Cibolo Canyons. So just absolutely beautiful. This one is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. I don't know who the builder is. They didn't mention. They're saying Partners in Building. That is not a builder that I am familiar with, but that's who built it in 2019. So this is a pre-owned home. Now, this community has technically 3 community centers, 2 of which the majority of Cibolo Canyons can use. The 3rd community center is only for Campanas at Cibolo Canyons. So I'm going to show you a home at Campanas. These are new built homes. 3rd community center is exclusive to those living in Campanas, which is a garden community part of Cibolo Canyons. So you could still use the other 2 amenity centers, but you get a 3rd one that is just for you with its own personal clubhouse. This is not a 55 plus community. However, it is a garden home community, meaning that the HOA is a little higher because they are covering your lawn maintenance front and backyard at Campanas. So typically what we see is people that live in that community are 55 plus, but it is not excluding anybody under 55. I just like to point that out there because that exclusive community center for Campanas, typically you don't see a lot of kids unless they're grandkids because it is kind of an older, most of the people in there are 50s plus. Okay. Those homes are ranging in your 700s to 900s. I'm going to show you one here in a minute, but I just wanted to show you, you have a range all the way from 400s up to 2 million. Your typical sales price in Cibolo Canyons is going to be 5 to 600s. As you can see, the majority are here in the 600s, but you have a lot in 500s. So 5 to 600 is pretty standard. Can you go to 2 million? Absolutely. There's lots of them in there. But you can get a brand new build for 800,000. So let me just show you one because it is my personal listing that I have listed for sale. Sitterly Homes built this home. It is a new build. It is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. It does have a flex room and a 3-car garage. So this is part of Campanas. So it does give you that 3rd amenity center and very private. As you can see, 2-car garage here, 1-car garage here to give you the full 3. And they maintain the grass, the trees, the flower beds. They maintain all of that as part of the HOA. It has an office. It also has a little wet bar, which it's hard to show in photography, but very beautiful. These appliances are state-of-the-art appliances. And then it has a great covered patio and huge closet, huge walk-in shower for the primary. And then it has a little wet bar in the middle of the house right here. So your living room is here, and then you have a little wet bar here, which is just super cute for entertaining. So this home is definitely an entertainer's dream. If you're part of Campanas, meaning they are taking care of all of your yard maintenance, and you get access to the 3rd amenity center, the HOA is steep. It's $5,292 a year, but again, that covers everything. So you're going to have a gym, you're going to have a pool, you're going to have a clubhouse, all of those things in the private community center just for Campanas, plus they're taking care of all of your yard maintenance. Okay, so a flower dies, they come and replant you with a prettier flower, you know, seasonal plants, all of those things. It's just really pretty driving in there because all the homes look the same. Now let's dive into Cibolo Canyons. Outside of Campanas, you do have these 2 so there's 2 pools, one with a splash pad, one's more for like lap swimming from the appearance of it. It's also got a big field back here, so you can take your kids to go play soccer, frisbee, kites, all of that, just a big open space to use. But there is a gym facility as well as you've got sports courts as well. So tennis courts, basketball courts. If you are a part of Campanas, they have pickleball courts as well. So that community outside of Campanas, just Cibolo Canyons with the 2 amenity centers, is priced around $1,600 per year, which is very typical for a gated community with 2 amenity centers. So all of that, not to forget that you are very close to the golf course. So if you want to join in, you can get a membership to golf at TPC as well. So that is what we have for you. This is a gorgeous community. If you're interested in it, give us a call. This is one of my favorite communities to sell in. You just have everything, whether you're looking to downsize or upgrade to your next gorgeous home. As you can see, you've got lots of options here in Cibolo Canyons. All right, let's go check out our last and final neighborhood on this gorgeous tour we're giving you. Let's go check it out. All right, so we are finally here to our last and final resort style community. Now, let me just add in here, there are others. We're just bringing you the top 5 in our opinions. If you want more information on them or any others that we haven't covered, just give us a call, shoot us an email. Give me a text. Either way, we can get you more information. But for our last and final community, we are going to go check out the beautiful Esperanza. Let's dive in. So as you can see, you have San Antonio here as a whole. It's a very large spread out city. If you go straight up I-10, you hit the small town of Bernie, also known as the top suburb of San Antonio, because San Antonio has grown so much that honestly, Bernie has become a suburb of San Antonio. So as we zoom in here to Bernie, I just want to give you guys a little information on distance, and that way you can know, what you're looking at for Bernie. Bernie is one of the top ISDs, so some of the top schools in Texas as a whole, let alone in the San Antonio area, which is why it is so sought after. But you are 15 minutes into the north part of San Antonio. So right here off I-10 and 1604 where they meet this interchange, you have all of the, I shouldn't say all of the shopping, some of the top tier shopping in San Antonio. So you have La Cantera, which is your outdoor mall here. You've got all your shopping there, including some designer stores. Some of my favorites, we were just there this weekend, Louis Vuitton, Coach, Dior. You've got all of your name brand stuff here and high-end brands. And then you also have Neiman Marcus, Dillard's, JCPenney, all of your main big box stores are there as well. And then you have the Rim right across from I-10, which does offer some more shopping like your Target, big movie theater, but it also has a lot of really good restaurants. Some of the top restaurants in the San Antonio area are located there, and you are just 15 to 20 minutes from that if you are choosing Esperanza, but you also have downtown Bernie. So I just wanted to point out that you are close to San Antonio there, so you get your bearings on how close you are. But then as we come up into Bernie and zoom in to Bernie, you also have a lot of cute shops downtown Bernie. This is Esperanza right here. This is where the neighborhood is. It's located off of 46. 46 comes right down and turns into River Road here, and then you have downtown Bernie right here. You have a big H-E-B Plus, you have a Walmart, so you have your main things there. And then of course, if you come down into Bernie this way, you have your movie theater here, and over here off Old San Antonio Road, you also have Steve and I's favorite Mexican restaurant, which is El Chaparral. If you are looking for some seriously good Tex-Mex food, El Chaparral is where you need to go. We have sent quite a few of you to that restaurant, and everybody raves about it and feels like they got true Tex-Mex, Texas Mexican food. So that is a great restaurant. It is there is one located right there in Bernie. So that is absolutely phenomenal. But you are just minutes, really 5 minutes down the road to downtown Bernie, 5 to 7 minutes to your H-E-B. You're right off I-10, which is really great to getting into San Antonio or going north. You can take I-10 all the way to California if you want to, but it is a main freeway that comes through the San Antonio area, and specifically on the outskirts of Bernie. So really close to everything. You've got some cute, there's like a pizza joint here. Your coffee shops are going to be in Bernie, and then your Starbucks is going to be closer to the I-10. You do not have a Starbucks like downtown Bernie, but you do have a really cute bakery Lorraine off of River Road there on your way into downtown Bernie, and I have met a few clients there and had some coffee and some really good pastries. So you do have coffee close. It's just going to be more of a local coffee shop as opposed to a big brand name. Okay, diving into Esperanza. You are right here, this long road. It is a big neighborhood. It goes all the way back here. This neighborhood, if you have not already seen our Esperanza video, we have 2 of them. Actually, I think we have 3 of them at this point. This is a wonderful neighborhood. You can get pre-owns and you can get new builds. They're still building in there, and honestly, they're probably going to be building in this neighborhood for the next 5 years. It is a big neighborhood. But the reason why we are hitting on it is because they have an amazing clubhouse, amazing amenities. You are close to everything. You get the Bernie School District. Honestly, the high school is just across the street. You're really just down the road from Champions High School, right here off of 46. You also have Bernie High School over here. There are 2 high schools in Bernie. From my understanding, you can choose which one if you're living in Bernie, but that's completely up to you. But honestly, Champions is much closer, and it is a newer school. Like Steve went to Bernie High, so he went to Bernie High, and then since then, it's been some time since Steve was in high school. They have built Champions High School over here, so you do have that second high school. Academics are really well known for, but they also have really good sports teams. So, do your research. Honestly, Bernie is going to be one of the top school districts to be in as opposed to Alamo Heights. Alamo Heights is more like old money San Antonio. Bernie is really one of the top sought after suburbs areas of San Antonio, to be honest with you. So let's dive into the real estate, because as you can see, it's close to everything downtown Bernie. You are going to be 20 to 30 minutes into San Antonio, really 20 minutes into North San Antonio. It is going to take you every bit of 30 to 40 minutes to get to downtown San Antonio, and you are 40 to 45 minutes from the airport for the San Antonio International Airport. However, if you do love to fly and you can fly on your own, there are some there's a smaller airport in Bernie that you could fly your private plane into if you wanted to, just throwing it out there. So in Esperanza, you have pre-owned homes to new build homes. You have tons of different size lots. You have 50-foot lots all the way to 90-foot lots, which are going to be closer to your acre properties. So really, you've got the gamut, and you also have a 55+ community within Esperanza called the Regency at Esperanza. So you have really anything that you're looking for. The cool thing about Esperanza is it's similar to Cibolo Canyons in that every single home is gated. So you have, as you can see, all these little areas. So you have like this area has an entrance here. This right here is a gated community. This right here is a gated community. This right here is gated, 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 gated. So as you go, each one of these are gated. Now, the cool thing about this, from a real estate perspective, as I am a real estate agent, and that is what I'm here to talk about, it really helps hold your home values. So the 50-foot lots are building all around 50-foot lots. The 90-foot lots or 1 acre properties are all building on 1 acre. So while you might have $1 million property over here on the 90-foot lots, you might have a $500,000 property building here on the 50-foot lots, but they're holding value. Yes, they're all in Esperanza, but they're in individual gated areas. So if you buy $1 million property, you don't have to worry about a $500,000 property devaluing because you have all your $1 million properties in one gated area. So it's just really great for holding values and increasing values long term, which is the developer was very smart when they made this neighborhood. Okay, so we're going to talk about real estate here. You're going to have prices varying from really 500s and up in Esperanza. Now, if you're looking at the Regency at Esperanza, which is the 55 plus community, you could find one cheaper. Like this one is $489. Honestly, this is a steal. So if you are 55 plus and you are looking to be in the Regency at Esperanza, this is a 2-2. They build their more garden homes. They're smaller. But this is a steal. I have honestly, personally, never seen a home in the 400s in Esperanza. So this is a really good deal if you're looking for 55 plus, but that is not your average. So most of Esperanza is going to be 500s plus. Even in the Regency, like this is the Regency, this is 500 plus, they're going to be smaller 2-bed, 2-bath homes. As you get into the other parts of Esperanza, and I can show you guys here on this map to make, there's a lot of homes for sale. There's a lot of homes building. So as you can see, it's a very large neighborhood. So here in the front part of the neighborhood, you're going to be closer to your 500s. The Regency is going to be over here on this side. And then you have your bigger lots, right, where you're going to see the 1 million plus homes. But over here, let's say, for example, your average is going to be between 5 and 700,000. That's your average price point for your 50-foot to 65-foot lots. Especially when you're looking at pre-owns. So let's just pull up one. Here's one for 550. It is obviously pre-owned and has a 2-car garage. It's very beautiful. I love all the gold. Backs up to one of your Esperanza Boulevard main backyard. But you're very standard pre-owned in the area. And this one was built in 2022, 2,300 square feet. It was a Coventry built 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1-story. So it does have an office as well, that 4 bedrooms. So 450 is pretty standard for Coventry. As you get higher up, you're going to start seeing Perry, Highland, right? So let's dive in a little more. So you can go as high as 1.7. This is really going to be the highest you're going to see. This is sitting on 2 acres. This one was built in 94. This is going to be like the original home in Esperanza before they started building. This was the estate. So you can purchase this. It is for sale, but this is not your typical home. Your typical home in Esperanza is going to be on these 90-foot lots is what they're calling it. It's typically 0.75 to an acre. You're going to see a little larger homes between 1 and 1.2 million. This is one that is being built by Highland Homes, which is one of my favorite builders. So make sure you check them out. But 1.1, this home is currently being built, 4,000 square feet. It's a 4-4. It will not be completed until later this year, but Highland is known for these, beautiful staircases. We actually toured, this is the model. They're using pictures of the model on here. We tore this home. So if you want to check out our Esperanza video, we show you that floor plan actually. But you have Monticello, you have Perry, and Highland in your 90-foot plus lots. And then you also, those are all going to be $1 million. Every now and then you'll find one for 900. Here's a Highland home that was built in 23, a 5.5 on a 0.3 acre lot. So it's a smaller size lot. It's going to be your 65-foot lots. But you can see the acreage here. Now, a few things. This is actually a really great photo. You can see all of the new construction that they're putting in. One thing I want to hit on, Esperanza does not allow privacy fences. So all your fences are going to be wrought iron. A lot of people like this home put a lot of bushes here to give you that extra privacy. But even on the acre lots, they do not allow privacy fencing in this community. So if you are looking for privacy, Esperanza might not be for you. I have had a lot of clients come in and they're not big fans of the wrought iron. It's a preference, right? The other thing I want to hit on Esperanza is look at how green these yards are. We're in a drought here in Texas in 2025. The reason why Esperanza's yards all look so beautiful and green is because they have a recycling water system. So you have your water system where you're drawing in water for your house, but then you have a recycle water system. So each home in Esperanza has two water meters. One is for your typical water, your drinking water, and then the other is for watering your lawn. So you basically, for I think it's like $20 a month for that second meter, you can water your lawn as much. Everybody else in the entire South Texas area is on a stage 5 drought. So we can water our yard 1 day a week. Esperanza, you can water your yard every damn day if you want. It's totally up to you. There's no additional charge. You will not get in trouble for it. They are using recycled water, which is gray water, that you can use to water your yard. This is awesome. If you want to drive into a neighborhood and see gorgeous, green, lush yards year round, Esperanza has it. But again, you are going to have the wrought iron gate. So the other thing I want to bring up is your HOA costs range depending on where you are in the neighborhood. If you have a smaller lot, you have a smaller HOA fee. If you're taking up a full acre, have a higher HOA fee. So I just want to bring that up. You are going to range anywhere from $750 a year to $1,200 a year. That is your range. If you are in the Regency, it does cost a little more because you get access to 2 amenity centers. The 55 plus community has its own private amenity center with a pool and gym and all of those things just for the 55 plus, but they also get access to the clubhouse and everything for regular Esperanza. So you get 2, so it costs a little bit more. If you want more information on the Regency, the 55 plus community, check out our 55 plus community tour. We have one specifically for the Regency, but we also touch on all of the 55 plus communities in and around the San Antonio, Boerne area. So you can check that out as well. We've got lots of information for you guys. We're just filling you with tons of information here. So the key on sales prices before we show you all of these beautiful amenities is you can expect to be $550 to $1 million in Esperanza. You can find pre-owned, you can find new. If you're building new, you're probably going to be closer to the 600 plus, 625. If you're looking like a Scott Felder and a Coventry are going to be closer to that 600 price point. And then as you go up to Perry, Highland, 90-foot lots, you're going to be in the million. So 900 to 1.1. You're not really seeing anything over 1.2 until you get into these estates, right? Like this one as well, you're sitting at 0.72. This was built in 2016. And then you also have the original estate that's sitting on 2 acres. This is expansive. It is 1994. It's a little older, but you're getting a lot more. So you don't typically see 1.7 in this neighborhood. They're probably going to have a harder time comping out. Not my listing, not my problem, but you are going to see 900 to $1 million on those 90-foot lots, and they are building those. There are some inventory homes. So give us a call if you want more information on that. Now, what you're here for, amenity style living, resort style amenities. Let's dive into that. So check this out. You have a dog park, not one dog park, 2 dog parks. You have one for your larger breed dogs, one for your smaller dogs. This is like acreage that they have for dog parks. This is absolutely amazing. This is a golf cart community. A lot of people in here drive their golf carts. They'll drive their dogs down to the golf cart. They also have, which we couldn't really get you a good picture for drone, but they have walking trails all throughout all of these communities. So as each one of these gated communities, you have walking trails, and it is almost like you're walking in a park. It is gorgeous. They're all paved, so you could ride your bike, take your kids on their scooters, all kinds of great walking trails. Then you get to see this beautiful pool with a separate splash pad. And then it has sand volleyball courts, which are really cool. It has an amphitheater. They do a lot of activities during the summer and kids breaks there during the amphitheater. They'll do like a movie night, concerts, that type of thing. Then you've got playground. You have this awesome park that you can go hiking through with the kids and find some really cool things. And then you also have, your tennis court, basketball court, that type of things. For the Regency, they also have pickleball courts. You do not have access to that if you're not 55 plus. But as far as all of the amenities, they're amazing. There's really not a community that has all of these amazing amenities, including the dog park and the trails. I mean, miles and miles of walking trails, biking trails, and just beautiful communities. Plus you get those gated. Every home is in a gated community. So what do you guys think? How did we do? Let us know. Drop us a comment. Let us know what your favorite community is. I mean, we really covered the gamut on pricing, right? We got you in D.R. Horton communities at $250 all the way up to $1.1. These are some amazing communities with amazing resort-like amenities. Let us know what you think. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, whichever you prefer. Steve and I would be honored to hear from you. I hope this was helpful. If you are looking to build a new build, we need 6 to 9 months notice. So give us a call. You're never too early. We would love to go over and game plan. We've got Hal and Karen that aren't moving here until end of 2026. We've been talking since 2024. We're open. We're happy to have these conversations with you and help game plan where your next home will be and what neighborhood works best for you and your family. Thanks so much for tuning in. This was a long one, but I hope it was very informative for you. We will see you guys on the next one.